today lies in our ability to recapture the revolutionary spirit, go out into a sometimes hostile world, declaring eternal hostility, poverty, racism, and militarism. Genuine revolution of values means in the final analysis that our loyalty must become ecumenical rather than sectional. Every nation must now develop an overriding loyalty, mankind as a whole, in order to preserve the best in their individual society. This calls for a worldwide fellowship that lifts the neighborly concern beyond one's tribe, race, class, and nation. In reality, a call for an all-embracing, unconditional love for all men. This oft misunderstood and misinterpreted concept, so readily dismissed by the niches of the world as a weak and cowardly force, now become an absolute necessity for the survival of mankind.
For hundreds of millions of years we have been asking the still unanswered, and it may be the unanswerable questions, whence and whither? Where did I come from and where am I going after death? Broad. The truth is this, nothing less and nothing more. No person knows, nor has any person ever known, where we come from at birth or where we go at death. Anyone claiming otherwise is either deceiving himself or he is a conscious impostor who makes it a business to live without rendering service of value while preying upon the credulity of humanity.
3 passions have governed my life: the longings for love, the quest for knowledge, and unbearable pity for the sufferings of humankind. Love brings ecstasy and relieves loneliness. In the union of love, I have seen in a mystic miniature the prefiguring vision of the heavens that saints and poets have imagined. With equal passion, I've sought knowledge. I've wished to understand the hearts of people. I've wished to know why the stars shine. Love and knowledge led upwards to the heavens, but always pity brought me back to earth. Cries of pain reverberated in my heart, of children in famine, of victims tortured, and of old people left helpless. I long to alleviate the evil, but I cannot, and I too feel pain. This has been my life. I have found it worth living.
In our world today, we have humanitarian crises like never before in history. Even at what seems peacetime to most, we have crises right across the world, in the form of bullying at school, bullying at the workplace, domestic violence, and depression among the human race. No religion has cured this disease. No change of governments from any country has cured this disease. No agreement among countries has cured this disease, and no new laws have cured this disease. No amount of money that each country puts forth to solve this disease has succeeded. In fact, there is no known antidote for this social disease that the world faces, except this one single, simple idea that is proven to work.
The idea works. It's a proven fact that it works. There's no doubt about that. It's just a question of whether the governments, they want to keep the same policy, neglect their own people in terms of, well, you know, let's leave things as they are. We don't want to live in a better world.
This documentary deals in facts, not fiction. This documentary is a result of 20 years' research into psychology, philosophy and self-improvement. The documentary is being made here in London, so we will focus on statistics concerning this country for now. But this affects the whole world, because crime and injustice is all over the world. This documentary is for the people of the world. Every living person on this planet will not be here in 110 years' time. My question to you is this: what kind of world do you want to leave behind us? According to a United Nations report, Britain has become the most violent industrial nation. The chances of being assaulted or mugged here are almost higher than America, London more dangerous than New York. Crime statistics for 2008 in the United Kingdom: 6,523,706 recorded crimes. Figures from the British Retail Consortium show that around 350,000 retail staff are threatened and verbally abused at work by members of the public each year. Theft from high street shops costs the government £2 billion a year. Smoking costs the British government £2 billion per year. Illegal drugs, including heroin, cocaine, marijuana, and amphetamines and ecstasy, cost the British government £9 billion in lost revenues. Ageism is rampant in the UK, and age discrimination is estimated to cost £26 billion a year.
It was just a mistake.
A mistake? Well, it's always just a mistake.
You're embarrassing me. How many times have I told you not to touch my stuff, huh? How many times? Loads. Yes, then what's that, huh? What is that? What is that?
Every year, 1.5 million women experience at least one incident of domestic abuse. This is nearly 30,000 women a week. This is according to the British Crime Survey 2006-2007.
I'm embarrassing you? What a joke, what an absolute joke. I embarrass you? No, it's always you that embarrassing me all the time, every single time.
Domestic violence costs the British government £50 billion a year. That's more than they spend on defence each year.
Wait, Boris, what have you been saying about me and my mates? Hey, what have you been saying?
I ain't said nothing.
What have you been saying, eh?
I ain't said nothing.
What have you been saying about us? Your dinner money, man.
I ain't got nothing. I ain't
Where
got
is
nothing.
it? What you got? Give me your dinner money. Now!
What have you got on your top this time? How many times have I told you about spilling stuff down your top? You will end up like your dad. You will end up stupid like him, because that is what's going to happen. You are a pain to me. I can't cope with this every day.
Parents often do their children irreparable injury by criticizing them. It should be recognized as a crime. In reality, it is a crime of the worst nature for any parent to build an inferiority complex in the mind of a child through unnecessary criticism.
Through the operation of the law of social heredity, anyone having control of the mind of a child may, through intense teaching, plant in that child's mind any idea, whether false or true, in such a manner that the child accepts it as true and it becomes as much a part of the child's personality as any cell or organ of its physical body, and just as hard to change in its nature.